This is St. Thomas, one of the 3 Virgin Islands, America's paradise, a home for St. Thomians and one of the top vacation destinations in the world. A beautiful island with stunning wildlife and biodiversity. My name is Portia Miles. I was born and raised on this island, giving me ample time to explore its wonders, and now I'd like to share what I have learned with you. Whether you've lived here your whole life or you're new to Ireland, I hope you can learn something from this video, because even with all of my experience, I still find myself learning new things about my island every day. In this video, I would like to raise awareness of the St. Thomas ecosystems and what we can do to help them. Some of the main ecosystems of St. Thomas are the mangrove lagoons, the coral reefs, and the watershed ecosystems. Now to get into the video. A watershed is an area of land that drains or sheds water into a particular body of water. In this instance, it would be St. Thomas as the watershed and the ocean as the body of water. There are some major lines of transport that can support life. These channels that carry water off of the island are called guts. There are both ephemeral guts, which are temporary streams that just carry water off of the island after a heavy rainfall, or there are more permanent guts that run all year long. These permanent guts, some of them being creeks, can support a diverse variety of life. Welcome to the creek. There can be guppies, mountain mullet, crayfish, and even freshwater eels in these guts. Guts are not only important because of the life that they support, but also because they're the connection between the island and the ocean. Meaning that any trash that is in the gut ultimately ends up in the ocean. This also means that the trash that is in the gut does not only affect the life that is in the gut, but also the life that is in the ecosystem that the gut drains into. Welcome to the Mangrove Lagoon. Mangrove lagoons are essential ecosystems and habitats for both terrestrial and marine organisms. Mangroves, the marine trees that form the foundation of this ecosystem, are pretty fascinating in themselves. On this island, there are red mangroves, black mangroves, white mangroves, and buttonwood. They are so important because they create sheltered habitats for organisms such as juvenile fish, invertebrates, and even birds and other small terrestrial animals. Mangroves also help the environment in many different ways. For instance, they act as filters for what goes out into the ocean, meaning that they trap trash within their roots, keeping the pollutants out of the ocean. Mangroves also help with erosion because their roots hold the substrate in place, meaning that it can't get washed away. Welcome to the reef ecosystem. Coral, the foundation of this ecosystem, is a vital species in the Caribbean because it, like the mangroves, provides habitats for a wide range of organisms. The reefs contain a large amount of fish and marine organisms that provide income for our fishermen and an essential travel destination for tourists. The reefs also ensure biodiversity and overall ecosystem health. Also, thinking environmentally, coral reefs reduce the impact of waves on our sandy shores, keeping our beaches full and beautiful. In the research aspect, coral reefs are being used to innovate medical research and engineering. Although these 3 ecosystems are some of the main ones of this island, they are not the only ones. I would like to take this time to mention the seagrass bed ecosystems, the arboreal ecosystems, and the intertidal zone. Now that we have seen some of the beauty and wonder of the St. Thomas ecosystems, we have to think about how we can keep them healthy and safe because they are in danger right now. Pollution is killing our coral and making them susceptible to new diseases. Mangrove forests are being mowed down in order to make way for new building projects. Trash is filling up the watersheds and being sent out into the ocean where it can wreak havoc on marine wildlife. This is very concerning to me as a Virgin Islander, and I would like to ask for your help because, at the end of the day, this affects the world as a whole. Though I know you may have heard this many times before, it bears repeating. Some of the ways that you can help this island and the world are by avoiding single-use plastics, not littering, as we have seen with the watershed ecosystem, no matter where you drop trash on this island, it ends up in the ocean. Don't release non-indigenous species into the island habitats. Support conservation efforts. Volunteer when you can and recycle. and lastly, support legislation for banning harmful practices and products. Some great conservation and recycling organizations are already in the fight against environmental decline. Here are Howard Forbes and Jarvon Stout from the University of the Virgin Islands to tell you more about their conservation efforts here on island.
The mangrove restoration program is a very easy way that students, no matter their age, their background, they can come out with us, walk in the nearshore habitat of Grosse Bay, and actually help us create and maintain our own mangrove nurseries, which are now already supporting their own ecosystem of fish and birds.
So on that same vein, I guess we also coordinate the International Coastal Cleanup, which I'm wearing the shirt for today. So we just wrapped those up. Mangroves do a very good job of providing habitat for a lot of marine animals, but unfortunately they also do a good job of trapping trash. And so some of that trash in particular, we know a majority of it's beverage bottles, both plastic and glass. So that's why through the USVI Glass Recovery Program, we're collecting those glass beverage bottles, taking them not only off the beaches and our roadsides, but also from the mangroves, crushing those to make sandbags, which we can then distribute back to the territory.
We can continue to enjoy the mangroves, the coral reefs, and the watershed ecosystems of this island if we take action now to protect them. If we all make an effort and work toward the common goal of conservation, we can save our island, because every effort, no matter how small, can make a significant impact. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you learned something new about our island and how to protect it.